First question I'm going to put to you, Turkish. Straight in. Where are Arsenal going to finish in the Premier League this season?
Second.
Oh, man.
We ain't done enough, Rob, man. And trust me, listen, look at my last fan cam of the season. I said we'll win in the league next year. So I put my neck on the line from early. But you said we've had a good pre-season. On the pitch, yes. But off the pitch, we haven't. And off the pitch in pre-season in the summer is where most of your hope and optimism and belief comes from. And off the pitch, we haven't done enough. Smith Rowe out and Calafiori in. And not enough for me to say we've closed the gap on City. Now, City could fall off by a couple of points, and our hunger and the fact we haven't won anything could get us a couple more points. But from what we've done, sitting here now, nah.
A few weeks to go of the transfer window. What do you think we need to do to give you that confidence where you're thinking, actually, no, I think we can win it?
An attacker that gets goals, a more a shoot on sight type of player who sees an opportunity and takes it. I think for the level of intensity we show over the last 18, 24 months, if we can get that right attacker in, he's due to get 20, 25 goals with the amount of chances we create. So I think an attacker, that could be a left winger, it could be a striker. I think Saka's place is 30, even though we need a backup for him. But let's focus on starting forward potentially and starting number 8.
Okay. You were booing. Where do you think Arsenal will finish?
This is the season. Put my neck on the line. I think we win the season. We win the league this season. Every season, the past season, I said City will win it. As much as throughout the season, I've enjoyed us being dominating and then not eventually winning. I always said City will do it. But this season, there's a feeling. There's in my mind that we do it this season, Robbie. I just feel City to do a 5-peat would be crazy. I think these first 5 games are massively important. You mentioned them. I think if we come out of those first 5 games very successful with mostly wins, no losses, I think we get City out of the way early, get the win there. I think it's going to be our year to win it.
Sounds easy, innit? Get the win there, away at City.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult.
Some place they haven't won for a very long time.
But this is it. They tend to start their season slow. They do. They really do. And I think we, off the back of our pre-season, you mentioned it, on the pitch it's been good. I think after Wolves, it'll be a nice opener. We'll be back to suffocating teams and starting fast. We get through those first 5 games. I think that puts us instead to go on and potentially win the Premier League season. So, yeah, for me, this is our year. I'm actually, this is the first time I'm saying it. No T-shirts, though.
You've been right with the last 2 seasons, so I hope you're right again.
What are you saying?
I have to agree with Turkish, because here's my thing. With the same team last season, Calafiori maybe makes us slightly better. Everyone's a year older. Maybe City fall off, like we're hoping a little bit. Timber's back. Maybe Partey's fitter for longer. Maybe Jesus hits the form of 2 years ago. Like all these things will make us a better team without adding players. But City will be looking to improve in their own way. And also, as much as with time people get better, certain ideas and things can go a little bit stale as well. Sometimes teams find you out a little bit. Sometimes, what Trossard did at the end of last season might not be as surprising and as teams might be ready for it this season. It's little things like that as well. I always feel you've got to refresh the front line just to keep throwing problems at other teams. And I don't think we've been as efficient when it comes to taking our chances last season as we should have been. So ultimately, where we stand right now, I think second. If Mourinho gets confirmed and we had a forward of some kind, then I think we'll win it. And
I mean, City.
They go again every
City
year.
have not really strengthened much. They bought in
Slovenia.
Is
Say his name?
Slovenia.
Yeah, who was basically their other club in Girona. They've sold. I just saw the breaking news actually that as we're speaking here that Julian Alvarez deal has been completed and he's gone. We'd expect maybe that surely they'll replace him, but they haven't done a lot of business either. So are we sort of getting a bit carried away when we're saying that Arsenal haven't done enough yet? There's still a few weeks to go in the transfer window.
Maybe. But they're from the position of strength, aren't they?
It was a 2-point margin.
Exactly.
It was a 2-point.
So it was a fine margin, wasn't it?
I do get what you're saying, but for what it's worth, I actually think they will strengthen before the end of the window. So I can't have that in mind. But then the pessimist in me saying we won't do anything in the window, but they will. But actually, there's no real indication that either's going to do too much anyway. So yeah, I get your point. I don't know.
Laurie.
Difficult question, really. My heart says Arsenal, but my head says City. And I must admit, had we signed a striker or an attacker, then I probably would have leaned towards Arsenal. But like you said, there's still a couple more weeks. Things could still happen. But if I'm being honest, if you nail me to the mark, wherever it is, then I'd have to say City.
So you think second place?
Yes.
Second. I mean, Liverpool, I don't think we should... They've had a great pre-season.
To win the league, though?
No, but to be in that top 3 again. I think we'll be better than them, but...
we'll get to that, yeah.
But you're talking up Liverpool. They've signed no one yet either.
You're right.
Rob, where are you going?
I'm actually going first. I mean, I've done a couple other shows over on DR, and I said that I feel like you. I feel like this is the year.
Yeah.
I feel like watching the players even in pre-season, there's a confidence to that team now where the first time when they had a go at it was a bit of a surprise. It came at them. They tried and they showed their inexperience and a couple of injuries and they fell away. Last season, they were steely determined, just fell short. This season, I feel that they know they're good. You know that sometimes you're a good side. Yeah. So you're going into games, I'm hoping that this is what's going to happen, is that they'll go into games thinking, we know we're going to beat these lot. Mm-hmm. And we know we're going to beat these lot. And they beat us last year, we're going to address that. I do feel that I see that in them. But I do agree with you guys that I want to see an attacking player. I think Marino will come, but I want to see an attacking player that comes in across that front line, whether it be a striker or just a wide player that can cause problems.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Because what if Saka gets injured? Then that's a huge problem for Arsenal. He was our top goal scorer last season and the season before. He's vital. So an attacking wide player that will strike fair into teams, or a striker. The striker problem is the problem. It's like, who is that striker? When I see Spurs paying £65 million for Dominic Solanke, it shows me how difficult this market is. But I'm confident that Arsenal, I think we're gonna do better than we did last season. I think we will go that.
Oh yeah, that's winning.
Because I just think there's a bit more confidence in this team now. That's my opinion.
I'm 51-49 when I say second place. If we win it, I won't be surprised. I think we've looked brilliant pre-season, and maybe City have that fall off, but I just lean towards second.
Okay. Want to get everybody's top 4. Laurie.
Right. City, Arsenal, Villa, Liverpool.
Turkish.
City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Villa.
City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Newcastle.
Back.
Arsenal, City, Liverpool, Spurs.
Spurs. Right. Arsenal, City, Liverpool, Villa. Although I think Villa, not sure if I should put them in there because they got Champions League for the first time.
Towards the end, I say.
They won't like you.
But I'll put them in. So nobody had United in their top 4.
Nah, man.
They're not.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
They might win a trophy.
Even though they're spending a lot of money.